Thanks for staying with us. Mikey, my choir coordinator. Let's start with the nation. INEC clears Tinubu Atiku. Obi, 15 others for the 2023 poll. Bajabia Miller raises hope on end to federal government and ASUU face-off. Senate to screen acting CJN Ariwola tomorrow. Third Republic was designed to fail, says Tinubu. Kalu, what Igbo stand to gain in APC presidency? Sanwo-Olu to U.S. investors, Lagos is ready for you. Ilorin indigenous kick against Unilori VC's appointment. Okay, which story are we starting with?
ASUU. So, we talked about ASUU yesterday, and they were supposed to have a meeting with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and then that meeting happened. And according to the report here, said they outlined 7 principal areas that they want the federal government to consider. And those are the requirements that will enable us to go back to class. And the government is going to be looking into that matter. So they are also supposed to have another meeting, which they will send out the letter, hopefully today, to the stakeholders that are supposed to be invited to that meeting. Now, according to, I think, the speaker was saying that they would get everything that ASUU has said they need to be done. They will wait till the president comes back from the United Nations and present it to him, that hopefully the president will accept this, because the idea of that meeting was for ASUU to meet government halfway, and they find a way that the government will meet ASUU halfway so that students can get back to school. So hopefully when the president comes back, he will look at what they have discussed and will hear what is the next move for ASUU.
All right, so the former governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, attended an event yesterday. It was was a presentation of the book Nigeria's Aborted Third Republic and the June 12th debate, and he was represented by the presidential the APC Presidential Campaign Council spokesperson Bayo Onodunga, and he was arguing that the Third Republic was actually designed to fail from the start, and it was not designed to succeed. According to him, that Ibrahim Babangida actually designed that transition, if you recall, I think it was between 1992 and 1993, when we had the interim government by Ernest Shonekan. He was saying that it was practically designed for him as a military president to come back as a civilian. That was the intention, and that the military government attempted to clone a new set of politicians known as the New Breed, and they had actually introduced an option A4, which we all know about, which is the system of voting done by queuing behind candidates and all that. He said a lot of things about the Third Republic, how Nigerians witnessed the form of government, but more importantly, he was saying that the spirit of June 12 is upon us again as we approach June 2023, and that we must vote right and ensure that we don't make the same mistakes we did in 1993.
In the past.
Mikey, you have a story in the nation?
No, I don't.
Okay, another quick story before we go. So the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was reeling off his administration's achievements in the past 3 years to woo investors to the state. So he met a group of would-be investors in New York on the sidelines of the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly at a roundtable organized by the Business Council for International Understanding, BCIU, at Park Lane Hotel. And he got an exciting response from the group, and he was, telling them everything that Lagos had achieved. I want to mention a few that he mentioned. He said Lagos has achieved major strides in the past 3 years, despite COVID-19. And he used the themes agenda, the 6-pillar development plan of his administration, as a guide. So according to him, he said the state's gross domestic product, that's the GDP, has gone up by $5 billion to about $145 billion and also $141 billion. And the budget has doubled to about $1.7 trillion, and infrastructural development has been really tremendous. He also mentioned landmark developments in transportation, the first pillar of themes, saying the Red Line and Blue Line rail projects were on track to be commissioned by the end of the year. So hopefully investors will likely want to come and invest in Lagos State.
Quickly now to the Punch. INEC clears Tinubu, Atiku, and others as the Justice for the National Assembly. Buhari addresses UNGA over 150 world leaders meet. Ondo buries 496 unclaimed corpses. Defend the 712 million naira fraud allegation, court tells Lamido. Students to block Abuja Airport, Kaduna Road today. Senate to screen acting CGN Lawan and reshuffles committees. Manufacturers spend 639 billion naira on power, self-generates over 14,000 megawatts. Muslim ticket, APC risk losing poll, says Dogara. Reps probe NNPC's 32-year joint ventures. Okay, Waike, you have the human interest story?
The human interest story is the Ondo story.
Yes.
That one is the
unclaimed corpses.
They've done a mass burial for 496 corpses. They said they've just been dumping them all over, and the special advisor to health, Dr. Francis Faduyile, went to the morgues, said the morgues are in a deplorable state, and some of the, about 87 of the bodies were identified with their name tags, but the other 409 are not known.
Wow.
And that they just had to
just
give
clogging
them
up the
a mass burial because it would cause an epidemic. So the governor quickly signs the thing in.
That they should be buried.
Wow, that's really
sad, though.
These people forgot their dead bodies or something.
They may have been looking for them. They won't know they're in the morgue.
496? That's a lot. Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yes, so rising cost of energy has been disrupting productive activities in most Africa's manufacturing companies. And they said that they have been self-generating more than 14,000 megawatts of electricity due to the poor supply from power distribution companies. Now, according to a document compiled by Punch, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria on Tuesday said that they had spent 639 billion in alternative energy sources between 2014 and 2021. The manufacturers have spent 25 billion in 2014, 59 billion in 2015, 129.95 billion in 2016, and they've spent about 111.38 billion in 2017. They just kept, reeling out the numbers of what they have spent. And now the conversation is about how to harness renewable energy. They said a lot of other countries, such as, I want to get the countries now, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Algeria, and several other countries that have that sun energy have been able to harness solar power, and they are using it to, shore up their manufacturing companies. And Nigeria is a hot country. We need to harness this renewable energy. And they were also pleading that the federal government can allow manufacturers and independent petroleum products to import these products from Chad and I think a Republic of Niger to help ease things. So they need to open that port so that we don't have a lot of shortfall when it comes to getting energy for people to be able to manufacture. Things will be cheaper when manufacturers are able to lay their hands on energy and then focus on, finding a way to use solar power for our farms, our companies, and all of that.
All right. Did you take the students?
No, I did not. I took the major headline. Go ahead, Mikey.
They plan to block the Nnamdi Kanu airport in Abuja and the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway today. They have said that they're going to block it, that they were supposed to block the Port Authority yesterday, but they changed their mind. They wanted to re-strategize, and they've done that. So they're moving to Abuja today, and some students will block the... Some students will block the... Kaduna Express Road. Right. Meanwhile, Kaduna government have said, don't come here, that it is a security risk, that they should please...
That's true.
Yeah, so it's scary. I just thought about it now.
It's a major road and... Okay.
So the long-awaited official list from INEC has been out. So Peter Obi of LP, Bola Tinubu of APC, Atiku Abubakar, alongside 15 others, have made the presidential list for the polls. There is about 4,223 candidates that are vying for 469 seats in the National Assembly. So this was said by Mr. Festus Okoye, who is the National Commissioner for the INEC, and he was saying that that the political parties are feeling about the 1,101 candidates who battle for the 109 senatorial seats, while 312 candidates for the federal house. That makes up the 4,000 number I just mentioned. Also, They're having 92, Senate 228 for House of Representatives, and there are 11 persons with disabilities also in the race. And Senator Akpabio also made, former Governor Senator Akpabio also made that list. Remember, there was an issue of would he or would he not make the list? He made the list alongside others. So now we have the official list from INEC, and then so hopefully campaign should start officially next week. I think it's 28th. We're getting the date of 28th, but not sure exactly. By the end of this month, definitely, campaigns officially start, and then we'll start seeing billboards and people now manifestos.
They now know where everybody stays.
And then we now need to get serious with this campaign. Moving on with the Daily Sun. Let's find a story of not taking. PDP moves to sideline Governor Wike. Tinubu's presidency will benefit Southeast, says Kalu. Strike. Reps Education Minister moved to broker truce and meet ASUU. All theft pushing Nigeria's economy into coma, cautious Lawan. Buhari seeks fresh 402 billion naira loan via promissory notes. Dogari states opposition to APC's Muslim ticket, says is antithetical to nation building. Nnamdi Kanu must not die, Ohanaeze warns his health deteriorating family raises the alarm. Okay, let me start with, you want to start?
Yes,
Go ahead,
so I
please.
found this story quite interesting. So the Senate Chief Whip, Ojuzo Kalu, has said that the people of the Southeast will be the most beneficiary of Bola Tinubu's presidency if he wins the 2023 poll. He said this. He said while he addressed the newsmen in Abuja, the APC Congress. I think that was yesterday. And he said that he's worked with him closely even while he was governor. He understands that he's a strategist and would embrace the Igbo people. That the Igbo people he's an Igbo man for a start, and he believes in an Igbo extraction, someone of an Igbo extraction to become presidency, but he doesn't think the time is right now. That he needs a president that will come and everybody will rally around him, so they could try for next time and see how the whole of Nigeria will now agree to zone to the east. But for now, he's really in support of Tinubu because he knows that his own presidency, if he gets it, will benefit every other person. Right. So we're looking towards a president who is not just of a particular tribe. You are not the president of an Igbo people, you are the president of Nigeria. Whoever can bring unity between every other tribe in Nigeria.
Okay. I wanted to take the Nnamdi Kanu story as well.
Yes, go ahead, please.
The family have raised an alarm that he's not feeling well. He's complaining of stomach ache, and the DSS have not allowed his doctor, even though the court has given that order, express order that his family doctor should have access to him. They haven't allowed the doctor to see him, and he's complaining that, please, don't let this man die in prison. But allow him to see his doctor. The brother complained bitterly about it, saying he's really, really deteriorating. Okay.
So it seems PDP might be giving Governor Wike a sliding tackle. And this came because the zonal coordinator and the secretary, Ikom Akonjom from the South PDP, was saying that their consultative meeting that should ordinarily hold in Rivers State has been moved to a nearby state. And if you recall, Rivers State actually is the base for the PDP in South, and according to report, it seems as though they're trying to weaken the Governor Wike's influence. That's why they're moving such an all-important meeting as such, and moving it away from Rivers State. However, and many have said that this will be quite disturbing if indeed it's true. However, the PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba said that he has no knowledge of an alleged plot to relocate the South meeting, and he's not sure if the moves ever exist to actually move from that place. But there are suspicions that if they move this meeting away, they're trying to weaken the influence of Governor Wike, and this is just from the secretary from the PDP chapter in South. Okay, let's move on quickly now to the Nigerian Tribune. Let's find a story we've not taken. Akpabio survives Lawan's name missing. Kachuku makes list. That's the INEC list I was talking about. Uganda declares Ebola virus outbreak. Oh, my Lord. Hate speech, fake news, propaganda threats to Nigeria's democracy, says Jonathan. Police nab 15 suspected kidnappers in Ibadan. Makinde donates 10 operational vehicles to police. Ekiti PDP elders reject Fayoshe's leadership. Ohanaeze Ndigbo to federal government. Kanu must not die in prison. Over 100 confirmed dead in Jigawa flood, 400 houses sacked in Plateau. House of Reps to lay agreement with ASUU before president. And price of cooking gas increases by 101% in 1 year, says NBS. Okay, which story are we starting with in Tribune?
I think we should do the Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah, so the health authority in Uganda yesterday declared an outbreak of Ebola after a case of a sudden Ebola virus was confirmed in Mubende district in the central part of the country. So the Uganda Virus Research Institute confirmed the case after testing a sample taken from a 24-year-old male. And they had to carry out investigation by the National Rapid Response Team of 6 suspicious deaths that occurred in the district within the month. So they said they are currently suspecting cases, and those cases are receiving care in their health facility. And this is the first time in more than a decade that Uganda is recording the outbreak of sudden Ebola virus. They are not new to that Ebola virus, but you know, the outbreak is just coming after a very long time. So they are rolling out measures to ensure that a lot more people are not affected and see what they can do so it doesn't spread.
Apparently, they are good at curbing the spread in Uganda.
Yeah.
They've been...
they mastered it, sort of.
Yeah, so let's hope that, because Ebola not be COVID. I know even waka, I know my compound.
You know come walk.
I know come walk. Now so I'm going to suspect everybody. I beg, may I just do.
So the former president of Nigeria and the president of the West African Elders Forum and ECOWAS Council of the Wise, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, is speaking, and we must listen. He said that hate speech, fake news, propaganda is the greatest threat to democracy. Anybody who is an advocate is a threat to democracy, like a gun. So he's saying that hate speech is just like a gun. You're threatening democracy. He said that he pointed out that anybody who needs money should not venture into politics. Rather, the person should go into business. Former military head said...
to make the money.
Yes, now.
But we know politics is a way to also make the money.
So he said anyone interested in leadership must, and their supporters must know we need peace before they are supporting, who they are supporting can emerge. So we need a nation first before you get a presidency or a governor. So you must believe in your nation as a whole, as an entity, before you start talking about I support this person, I support that person. So it's just reminding us that, listen, as elections are coming, we should desist from hate speech and propaganda. I think that's all we can take. Okay. That's a very important story, YK.
No, it was just the death toll in Jigawa. It has reached 100 from the flooding.
Whoa.
And,
I think I saw that story.
Yeah.
Really, really alarming. And they've also warned that it's going to be, there are more floods coming. I think about 19 states, I believe, have been told to stockpile and prepare for that. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.